doing it.
Yeah. Crazy.
Welcome everybody to today's video. Today is the first time we're taking Big Betty out camping. We've already packed everything up into Big Betty this morning. We kind of had a late morning because Ryan was out until early morning shoveling snow for my dad. We got about 5 to 6 inches between a couple days of snow and in a couple places. So Ryan got home got into bed around like 5 a.m. We kind of had a late morning and we're hoping to make it down to our destination before it starts to get really dark. So we just packed everything up really quickly and got it into the RV. But we still have to put up our curtains on the front window that one of our friends made for us, which was really nice. So we'll show you guys that, and we'll show you guys where we end up parking. But we're excited to take Big Betty out for the first time for kind of a practice run before we end up actually living in this thing. So we're not going to be able to run our water because it's obviously freezing outside. But so far our fridge is working and our heater's worked in the past. And so we're just going to try to test everything out and test out living in it for a couple days. So we're getting there. The sun is setting and it's cold in the RV. We should have left a little earlier. But that's okay. We're almost there. Everything's gone really well. Old Betty has a little trouble making it up hills. That's okay. She makes it slow and steady. And it's been really pretty.
Like Megan said, Big Betty's having a hard time up the hills, but we make it. But really beautiful scenery. We're about to get off the main highway and be taking some back roads, which will get really windy, down to my grandpa's place. He has a little cabin and kind of a private resort, which is on some beautiful lakes. He has RV hookups, so that's where we're going to be staying. We'll be spending our first night in it, and so we're nervous but excited.
It's our first night in the RV. Hopefully it stays warm.
Yeah. You look so scared.
Because I'm scared. It's like a roller coaster.
We made it to Turkey Creek. We went ahead and got in her spots, leveled Big Betty, hooked up to the RV hookups. Now we're kind of getting set up. So we got the little electric heater running. We also have our main furnace going just to kind of get it up to temperature. Actually feels pretty good in here. Megan right now is working on the curtain, and so the curtain is for our front window, and so we had to get some new curtains made. We actually have one of them in, you can see, and they're a blackout curtain, so it's going to block out all the light that wants to shine in through that big window. So we got to do the other side.
Emily, who made this for us, put, I don't know if this is the right word, but she put batting, may or may not be the right word, on top of the curtain so that these hooks can go through it really easily. So if you want to take a look, there's little lines with holes that are already open, so it hooks in very easily. and I just do every other one. These hooks were already in our RV, but we also bought more from Joann's fabric store. So we just have to do that for the whole thing and then hook it up to the track above our window.
So right now I'm holding the mic so I can flip it around. So right now I'm speaking, it's pointed towards me. Now I'm gonna face it towards Megan as she finishes our curtain project.
I'm finishing the curtain project. We have a track that's already mounted, and then there's little wheels with a metal circle on it that this hook goes into, and then it just wheels up and down the track. Feel those? We have both of our curtains up. It looks so good.
Well, we're making our first meal in the RV. As you can see, ramen noodle.
Gourmet ramen.
And we're not just gonna have ramen noodle. We're gonna add a peanut butter and jelly.
Ooh,
Woo.
getting fancy. Morning.
Morning.
We're cooking.
Cooking some eggs, bacon, some biscuits. We were going to try out our oven. We actually do have a little oven in here, but we can't figure it out, so it won't work.
We need to read about it.
Yeah, but we have a toaster oven we brought just in case.
Yummy bacon.
Well, we know it works. Look at this beautiful view behind us of the lake and my grandpa's place. It's going to be a great place to study. That's what we're going to end up doing later. Break out our books because we have our big PT exam so we can get our license and then hit the road as travel physical therapists. And so this will be a great way to disconnect. We have no cell phone service, no internet here. We'll get to really focus on studying. So we survived our first night in Big Betty. I was actually pretty comfortable.
I was comfy except for thinking I was going to die from like propane gas.
But we did not die from the propane gas. Actually turned down our main furnace, which runs off our propane, to see how our electric heater did. It didn't quite keep up, but when I checked the temperature gauge for outside, it was actually reading 22 degrees, which is pretty cold. So I'm impressed that it actually lasted that long. This morning was a little chilly, but in the bed we have a nice big blanket, so we stayed pretty warm. And then I went ahead and kicked on the furnace for this morning, a little higher, and it actually feels pretty good in here. We're studying right now, so it's our full day of studying. We're going to study till lunch and then hopefully go take a walk around on some of the trails, maybe go visit my deer hunting stand, so I can show Megan.
Our fridge isn't keeping the food very cool. I don't know why. And we don't want to have to buy a new fridge.
All right, so so we're taking a study break, just walking some of the roads here. Megan's all bundled up in
I have
her.
3 jackets on.
She is bundled up because it is pretty cold here, about 30 degrees. Feels colder, but I guess it's because we're down in the valley and kind of coming off the lake behind us here. But this is where I typically deer hunt at, so we're going to walk the road. My stand isn't too far away, so I'll take Megan to that. and let her see it.
I'm tuning my ears to hear the little footsteps of creatures. Brian talks about these roads like it's nothing. It's fine. Well, city girl over here sees the top of this hill. Our headlights are flashing in and out. Ryan drops the gear down and says, "Oh boy." And we start down this hill, and I've already been freaking out from the rest of the small roads that we took to get here. They've been super hilly. It's like riding a roller coaster without the guarantee of your life at the end of it. And but those were paved. Then we turn onto this road and it's just the same, but it's gravel. So needless to say, I was shaking a little bit once we got out.
Keep going.
I think this is as high as I can go. Come back down.
Okay.
I can't believe you sit up there. And you climb up there with stuff on you?
Yep.
It's scary.
We're on the main lake of Turkey Creek, and my grandpa's lot is just a road here, so you can take the beach way, or there's a back road where we went and parked Big Betty at his camper hookups. But here's his house right here, right on the lake. Yep, and you can kind of see Big Betty parked right in the middle. So it's the next morning, we just woke up, we made some cinnamon rolls and some coffee from our Keurig. We actually got to make the cinnamon rolls in our actual RV ovens. So yesterday we made some biscuits, but it was in our toaster oven, which is up on the dash there, because we couldn't figure out how to work the oven in the RV. And so my grandpa came in, kind of showed us a few things. And so today's plan is to pack everything away so it will ride well, because we're going to head home.
We're about to go pick up some deer meat.
Yeah, the locker is just up the road.
Oh, you guys, you gotta see the lake.
Yep, we're all packed up. We'll go tell my grandpa goodbye, say thanks for letting us stay here. It's been really great. You know, we've been able to study, we've been able to test out all of our appliances, and
yeah, it was a good practice run.
So I got to get our fridge fixed. It's just not getting cold, either, you know, even when we're hooked up to the 30 amp service or if we're running off our propane, it's not cold. Now the fun adventure of driving it back.
Go, buddy, go. Go, buddy, go. This is way easier than going downhill.
Big Betty. Well, we finally made it back to St. Louis. It was about a 300-mile trip. Thanks for watching, guys. If you don't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified of our next videos that come out. And until next time, see ya.